Good morning, audience. We are reading from Proverbs, the first chapter, verse 7 and 8. And it reads, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother."
Now, thank you, Amy. This goes into a lot of detail, even though it's the beginning of the scriptures. If you will put that one, it goes to a lot of what's happening these days. Now, again, this is part two. This morning, my wife she was in bed. If I get up 1:30 in the morning, I'm not gonna wake her up because like I said before, me and God have a morning time every morning, and I got some time, not all the time, but God give me a message. But you got to be prayerful for stuff like this. You
Yes.
gotta be concerned about situations.
Yes.
So I get up. What I used to do is just write it down, or I try to remember, and the next thing you know, I forget everything. So the best thing you do, when God says move, you got to move.
Amen.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Young people are throwing their lives away because they're trying to get rich quick. They're trying to get money without working. You have to understand, the reason why we talk about this is here's young men. Here's young men. Young men. 3 young men and 1 young lady left their state with enough hatred in their heart to travel across the United States to kill Julio. See, the detectives and police tracked them all the way from where they started, and they had the phones on them, couldn't help it, and their phones documented every step they made. They went to every store they went to, and when they were trying to lie their way out of it, they couldn't do it. Then they said, "Why did you go to do that?" "We had somebody we had to kill, because we're mad at him." So you allow yourself to get a life sentence or a death sentence because you want somebody dead that bad. At those young ages, they're young. Now they got a new law out now. Okay, people are now tired of people killing everybody. Everybody. Young black people are killing everybody. Even their own grandparents. Is one black, more than one. Lately, the style is now, the grandkids you take in when they're young because their parents died or whatever, if you get mad enough at your grandparents, you kill both of them. And the young man was like, "It wasn't me. It was the boogeyman. But you're caught. You're done." Here they are. Julio was having a party. And as he was talking on the phone, they knew where he was at everywhere he went. They followed him everywhere he went. And they waited until the right time. And they had their rifles, and they shot. Bang, 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 bang. All of them shooting. The car had at least 100 holes in the car. The young lady, she survived, but Julio died. Now, these are gangsters. Now, they're in court, and the light skin with the good hair, he crying when he got found. See, they thought, how many times have they got made? See, when you get away with murder so much, you get used to killing and getting away, and the courts can't convict you. They cannot convict you because there's not enough evidence. But now they're getting smarter, a whole lot smarter. Cameras, Amy, are everywhere. And you can put on all the clothes and masks you want. Nowadays, because technology is so great now, it is hard to get away with murder nowadays. Before, it was a lot easier. Not anymore. So these guys all got caught. And she was down, the young lady was trying to downplay her part. but it didn't work. And the two tough guys, they were more brazen when they got their sentence. They you can tell they were sad, and it hit them. Everything got quiet.
I'm
But
sure.
when the light-skinned guy with the good pretty hair and the pretty huge features that he should not be in prison at all, when he got his sentence, he started crying. And the other guy looked at him like, "What gangster? Why are you crying?" There's a price to pay for the sins you commit,
Sure enough.
one way or another. Now, like I said before, as a young man, I'm gonna read this off. I wrote it out this morning. You killed Fudio, whatever his name is. Now you got to pay. Satan tried you, or Satan talked you into doing this. Now you got a death sentence or a life sentence. The young lady now she'll end up in a nursing home if she ever get out of prison. Again, now as a young lady, you're going to end up in a senior citizen duplex. Prepare yourself. That's where you're going. Because you got to do prison, you got to do life in prison, and you might be able to get out. Because you're young, younger than the rest of them, whatever. But you're still going to do a lot of years.
How sad.
That means you're not going to have a work record, a work history. That means work nursing
Oh
home
my God.
or what do you call that? Section 8, not Section 8, but you can't get on Section 8 if you got a felony. You can't do that. Can't do it. Now you're gonna end up in a nursing home, or you're gonna end up at low income. That's what I meant, low income, because you have no work record. The young men, they're done. They're done. Now, again, I always say, and I regret. I mean, I regret disobeying God as a young man.
I'm sure.
I regret it.
I can imagine.
It hurts.
Yes, it does.
I can only blame myself
Right.
for sinning against God instead of doing the right
My
thing.
God.
Because at the time, you feel funky. You feel like I can do this as long as I want, and I can quit when I get ready to quit. But no. When you start giving yourself to Satan, Satan helps you. Satan does help you to get over, but Satan don't guarantee you a long life.
Sure don't.
See, now Satan, what this will do? He'll tell these young men. These are young men and young ladies, and if you notice, they're all dying the same type of death.
That's true. A lot of them are, Cortez.
But they made their minds up like this. Well, I'd rather get rich and die young than live my full life struggling, working legit jobs. It don't make no sense. So I'm not a mother, because understand this. These guys' mothers support their lifestyles. Now here's why. It's not for a reason. It's not for no reason. Here's why. As long as you're making that good money, your mother is getting a lot of it. So she encourages you, she might not encourage you verbally, but she ain't turned down that money. I bet you that. So when they give their mother $10, $20, $30, $40,000, Mom, I know I love you here. Now she knows what she's doing. She knows you're in the game. She ain't stupid, but the money's rolling in. Look, be stupid out there, baby, because somebody might be after you. Just be careful. Now, she's saying be careful. What she's actually saying is that the money is good, but watch your back. The money is good. I love the money, even though it's dirty money. At least I got money. But one guy died. I never forget this. This young man died, and the mother went to the police station, and the police asked her this: "Your son just passed away." Guess what she was concerned with? She didn't say nothing but one thing: where's the money he had? And the cops went, "What? Where's his money at? Where's his money at?" The mother didn't even ask about his condition, none of that. She knew he was dead. All she wanted to know is one thing: where's the money? The cop said, "What about your son?" "Well, he's dead. I want to know now where the money at." She had no feelings about him being dead.
And I'm going to add to that, Cortez. You know what? Correction. I don't believe every mother go along with what her son does when it comes to drugs or whatever lifestyle they're living. But I do know that young people, you need to listen to your parents. If they're following the Lord, they're not going to tell you nothing wrong. They're telling you that you may even be drawn to the Lord, because the Lord said in his word, how can they be saved lest they be drawn? And it takes the Holy Ghost to draw any of us down here on earth. But young people, you need to listen, because if you don't listen, there is consequences to sin. You're going to pay. It could be penitentiary time or it could be death.
Okay, watch this. Amy is talking about godly parents. Big difference.
Right. Godly
Big
parents.
difference. If you're a godly parent and you warn your children, your sons and daughters, don't be out in the street, because the only thing out there is death and prison. If you're a godly mother or ungodly, whatever, and the child listens to you, that's one thing. But you have to understand something. If you are a parent and you are, let's be true, if you're a ratchet, believe me, a lot of them out there, you're ratchet, you dress ratchet, you act ratchet, you're outside fighting neighbors, you're cussing, going on, acting crazy, you're a mother, but you're ratchet, and your lifestyle is just really, really reckless. Then the kids grow up to be like you.
That's true, Cortez.
And then when they're in society, they want to be like you. They want to be just like you, ratchet. So they be ratchet. And you see it now today in society. Look, these kids today have no love, no nothing. They're just there. And respect, don't even look for respect, because you ain't going to get it. Now, I'm not saying all kids.
Right.
I'm saying the ones that are brought up ratchet under the ratchet religion era. They're the ones that end up in jail, in the police car, and then when the police pick them up, they fight the police. You know that. Mm-hmm. They fight the police. They run. Some shoot at the police. And the mother said, "What happened?" "Oh, well, your son had a shootout with the police." "Well, what happened to my boy, my good boy?" "Well, he had a shootout with the police. He shot at the police. The police shot back, and he got hit. Now, he's not dead, but he's in the hospital." Guess who the mother's mad at? The police.
I know.
No, for shooting back.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Don't shoot back. Just let him shoot at you. You just duck, officer. You need to shoot back.
God.
Just duck behind the car until he gets through shooting. Then whatever happens, happens.
My God.
This is bad now. Now, we had a mother that said this. The young man went in the suburbs, broke in a white woman's house to rob her. Okay? She had a gun available. He was robbing her. She shot and killed him. The mother said the white woman should have let my son rob him because he needed school clothes. But then they showed a picture of him. He had on all gangster stuff, chains and rings and watches. You gotta always stick up for your children's dirt. You gotta do that. Now, I can say this. My mother did not stick up for our dirt. If we were dirty, she let us know.
Right.
You're dirty, you're gonna end up doing some time, and I ain't gonna come see you.
That's true, Cortez.
I don't know.
You know what? Our mother didn't do it neither. Our mother was hardcore. We used to get beat with extension cords, and Mom wouldn't stop till she seen blood. That's how we were beat. Our mother chastised us.
It's a whole new society now. People, listen, they got a guy on the train. Everybody know who's doing most of the killing. They don't want to say it because it's not politically correct. Satan has chosen the black young men and now black young women to do all his bidding.
Definitely.
Most or a lot. I'll say a lot of his bidding. New York, woman on the subway, white girl on the subway, going home. A guy behind her, a black guy stood up and started stabbing her.
Oh my God.
And kept stabbing until she died.
Jeez.
Another guy set a woman on fire in the subway in Cleveland. Another guy choked his girlfriend out and killed her. This happens regularly now.
I know it.
It's
I know.
every day now.
I know.
And every time something happens, where do you go? Right to the young black guys. You ain't got to ask no more who's killing. Now, see, if a white guy killed, then he's going to just kill, get caught, and be done with it. And we understand that's why people kill too.
Right.
But for the most part, we are small in number, but big in crime.
Sure
I
is.
mean, and it's just the way it is. And how many times have you seen kids acting out, tearing up, bust the windows out, and the cops arrest them? Now, watch this. This is Buchtel High School. I've seen it. Kids was fighting. They were fighting. Somebody called the cops. The cops come. They're fighting. The cops break it up. The mothers come up because they call mama. It's always mama. Mama, cops is giving us a hard time. They're throwing us around and hurting us. The mothers come. Who should get mad at?
Oh, you
The
already
cops.
know. We'll cuss them out too.
The
Some
cops.
of them will.
And they'll help their kids fight the
Oh,
cops.
I know.
Then they wonder why they're in prison now. They wonder why. See, this between the parents and the cop, the parents not allowed to chastise their children. The cops are. So when they put their handcuffs on you, they tie them down quick. They know how to do it where it's legal, but deadly to get you in that hole. And they take you to the car. Come on. And you going like this here.
Stop! It hurts.
They know how to administer pain without having a problem. It's just the way it is. Now, this is part two. Now, it's part one, part two. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. When you give
Jesus.
yourself, again, like I said before earlier, you give yourself to Satan. Satan will allow you to make a lot of money.
Sure will.
Now, when you sign that contract on the dotted line, you sign your death warrant, rappers. Now, how do I know that? Because 80% of all the rappers die. Only 20% make it. Now, guess how they make it? The ones that make it leave their area and live in the suburbs and start making music from there. But see, when these white men give you all that money, they want you to keep up that lifestyle.
Of course.
Because you're killing blacks.
Of course.
And you're making money killing blacks. And if you ain't got the pistol in your hand, well, you know how you do like the videos? You're going to go like this here? Wait. Here they go. You see them on TV every day. And all they know is like, that's it.
You're right about it.
That's all I know.
You're definitely right about it.
That makes money.
Yeah, it does.
That makes money because you get a lot of views.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of views. A lot of likes.
Right.
The more likes and videos you get, the more money you get. The more money you get, the more the women gonna come to you. Because you're a killer. They like to be with killers until they get to be 35 years old. Then they have 4 or 5 kids by you and the other men. Now they want to settle down. But you gave yourself to Satan at a young age. Now you want God after you have 5 kids. Okay, now you got 5 kids by 3 or 4 different men
Mm-hmm.
at a young age. Now you're ready to settle down, and you want God to reverse all that and get you a good husband. Here's the problem with that. No man is going to knock on your door. You got 3 or 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 kids.
That's true. A lot
He
of
ain't
times.
knocking nowhere. But you on TV on that one girl's program, you know, Pop the Balloon,
Mm-hmm.
Pop the Balloon, Looking for Love. All those guys that be with the women, they always come back to get another woman because they all the deal they had to do with them, and they let them go.
Yeah, throw them to the
They
side.
ain't damn serious.
Just go from one to another.
Now you got mothers competing against their daughters. So when their son brings their buddy to the house, the mama tried to knock them off. It's crazy.
How about that?
And then you got the mothers competing against the daughters, sleep with their friends, their boyfriends. It's just crazy. It's madness.
And some of the grandmothers too.
Grandma's trying to get the BBL,
Well,
keep
yeah.
up with the mothers and the daughters. It's
Oh.
crazy. So it is what it is, and it looks like to me hardly anyone is no more listening to the preachers of word and
Jesus.
teachers of God. Now, for good reason, when you preach a sermon on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
the sermon is usually guided towards senior citizens. If you listen to the pastor, it's more or less the senior citizens that you're talking to, maybe some older people, but it's tailored to God got a blessing for you. Give me your money. Put your money in the offering plate. Have a good time. I'm going to get you hyped up. I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to make you feel some type of way. And when time comes to give, you're going to give. It's just what it is. Okay? Now,
My God.
It's too
help
bad it
us,
is.
Jesus.
it's too bad. Instead of, look, Satan is preaching to these kids every day in school. Satan is telling these kids what he wants them to do.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But the church is not telling the kids how to avoid these traps.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's not about the kids. It's about the money. $1 bill, y'all. That's what it's about. Now, I'm not going to say every pastor's like that. But the average one now, when they preach, listen to them. It's about the money. Blessings
My God.
falling down on you. God's going to grow your business. God's going to make you rich. God's going to make you wealthy. God's going to give you anything you want, which is crazy. It's just, you can't wait until you're 30 and 40 years old, and then you say, okay, now that I have given myself away to everybody,
Lord,
now
have mercy.
I have sown these seeds of deceit against God. I have obeyed Satan. Now I'm 35 years old, 30, 35, 40 years old. Now I want to settle down and find a good man. How you going to find a good man when the Bible said he that finds a wife finds a good thing?
That's what the word say.
Word says that. So now, no one's knocking on your door. I mean, nobody. Because they already know if they get with you, they're going to have no say-so about your kids. Do you remember Eric when he died?
Oh, I remember.
Eric?
Yeah, I
I
remember.
remember Eric.
Definitely, I
On
remember.
Amherst, Amy. Eric worked hard. He worked hard. He was a dope man. He got out of the dope and started his own business. The man was
My
smart.
God.
And he was making a lot of money. And she had, 4 or 5 kids?
Jesus. Yeah.
About 5 kids. And he picked the mother, married her, took care of the kids, and he was pretty strict on them. Not overly,
Oh, my God.
but he bought their clothes,
Yes.
fed them, and she worked too.
A good
But
father.
his money came in big time.
Mhm.
See? And she didn't like the idea of him when he chastised her. She didn't like it. But she put up with it, but she was really against it. And then when the father showed up of those kids, they dismissed him
Right.
and ran right to the father that wasn't doing nothing for
Sure
him.
did. It was a done deal.
Daddy,
Sure
daddy,
did.
daddy.
Mhm.
And even the wife said, hey, babe, you spend the night?
Mm-mm.
You married Eric.
My
How you gonna
God.
spend the night too?
I
He was
know.
sleeping on the couch. No. Now look. He was so mad. He told me, I feel so bad that they had all this stuff for the kids. I was the only one there for him.
My God.
The father shows up, and I'm worthless.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine, Cortez, how he felt.
And he never recovered from that.
I'm
He
sure.
never recovered from that. And he ended up dying because of his own sister.
My
His
God.
own sister set him up to
Right.
get shot by some dope men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was a sad situation. It was so sad. When we went to the funeral at the church, you and I were sitting up in
Yeah.
the balcony, and I was just, I believe in my spirit, I was just crying, but on the outside, I was crying physically, but it was just a deep down inside of me, it was just so sad because, it was just so
pretty bad.
sad, the lifestyle that he lived. He even had one of his lost a eye because of being in drug activity. It was just so sad, Cortez. It was just so sad. It was so sad.
So now, I've been there. Now that once you
My God.
sow into Satan and you go to school, and when you go to school,
Jesus.
now, I used to go past North High School. And I thought the students were the teachers. Now, these girls had see-through outfits on, mini skirts, tight, halter tops. They weren't going to learn. They were going to capture, they were looking for attention from the boys. And they got it. They got more than what they hoped for. They ended up with a child. Because you know how it is. You know how it is. When you see a young lady and you're in school, and if she's got everything on display, it was on display, the men go, she's an easy catch.
Right.
Hey,
You're
girl,
right.
girl, you know I love you, girl. Girl, you fine, girl, you looking fine, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, what's up
Oh
with you?
yeah, they'll talk and sweet nothing.
You know, yeah, baby, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get together when school's out. Man, in fact, we ain't gotta wait. We can just leave right now. Because after all, who cares if we get an education or not? Who cares if we get an education or
So
not?
true.
Let's go do this right
So
here. So
true.
now, you see them. We see young men and women walking together now.
My
They're
God.
supposed to be in school. The school hour, the school is still in, and they go coming down the street, going to their parents' house. The parents at work. So now they going to the parents' house to do what? Come on, man.
Just sexing it up.
That's sex it up.
Just doing any and
So
everything.
the mom come home and be like, what's going on? Was somebody here? Nah, mom, nobody here. Okay, done.
You know they're gonna lie about
Yeah, you gotta lie way out of
the
it.
truth.
But that's what's happening now.
They're gonna lie. You're just going to just outright tell a straight face lie.
They invest in this sexual atmosphere
Yeah.
for as long as they can, and then they end up pregnant.
So true.
What does
So
the boy
true.
say?
It's
Hey,
not my baby.
Ain't my baby.
It's not my baby.
Hey, look, we been.
I don't know who baby it
You
is.
slept with Julio too. It wasn't just me. It was JoJo. Better call Tyrone.
Right.
You know, better call Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Joe, you know what I'm saying? Bart Simpson.
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
somebody ain't my baby. And then you end up
Ooh, gee.
with 4 or 5 babies because you couldn't stop yourself
Right.
from listening to Satan.
God, my
Now
God,
you
my
get like I
God.
said before, you get to a certain age. Now you're one good man. Now you want God to get rid of all those kids. Look, in order for you to start over again, God has to get rid of all your kids. They got to go. Ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You lay down, you got to pay.
Right.
So
It's always consequences.
give
Always.
God your life now as a young
Right.
person.
While you're young.
And do right now. I know you hot. You got to ask God to control your urges.
Hayamoshana.
Young men, you're really hot.
Hallelujah.
You got to let God control your urges.
Yeah.
You got to get in that Bible, read God's word, listen to your parents, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you. Now, they'll tell you to wrap it up, right? Now, we'll tell you to abstain. But a lot of parents are telling their kids, wrap it up. You know, wrap it up means wrap it up,
Oh, I know what you're saying.
wrap it up, and don't get nobody pregnant. I know you're going to sin against God. It's just in you to do that.
Right.
But because I can't watch you, 24 hours a day.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
in the event that you sin against God and you don't wrap it up right, and somebody gets pregnant, now you got a problem. You got a problem that you don't want to deal with, but now it's too late. How many times have you seen Bakersfield? This guy, he got a woman. Well, she's big as a house now, and she got 5 kids. And he's stuck with her, and he don't know how to get out of it, and she controls him. So I'm saying, so we're gonna cut it off.
Our mom was old school. Mom was like this. Mom taught me and my sister no sex until after you're married. But these young people now, they just don't care. They might be taught the right way, but that doesn't mean they're going to go the right way. Some of them will, some of them won't. But young people, you need to read the book of Proverbs. You really need to read that book and get some understanding and wisdom about life.
And now disease is going rampant. Now you got a
Oh
new disease
my
out.
goodness.
It's like a worm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a worm. It crosses your body and infect your body. Look, when you do this kind of stuff, you can't get mad at God. You gotta get mad at yourself.
Right.
See, because you decided. We have decisions to make. We make decisions, and the least look, the worst thing you can do, Amy, is when you testify about God or say something about anything. Never say this. Never say, I made some mistakes. No, you made some bad decisions.
Right.
Because when you in the bed with that girl and you doing, that's not a mistake. You hit
No,
that.
it's not no mistake.
That's
Come on, keep it real.
That's on purpose.
Keep it real.
That's on purpose. That's why you fell out on her. No, you didn't. That's not a mistake.
Oh,
when
I'm telling
when you rob somebody, hurt somebody, I made some mistakes in my life. No, you made some bad decisions in your life.
Right.
Quit lying to God. When you pray to God, never pray to God. And the first thing you say is, I made some mistakes in my life. No, you made some bad decisions in your life with in between you and God. You have to go to God, get these things straightened out.
Right.
Get your life, what life you got left, get right with God and walk with God for the rest of your life so you can make it in heaven instead of going to hell for no reason.
Right. Get it right, young people.
So with that, we're going to take off.
Get it right, young people. You don't want to go to hell.
Nope. All right.